Hello, I'm David Chester with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news of yet another large bank caught with another large penalty for corruption. But first, the US non-farm payroll jobs growth came in slightly ahead of expectations on Saturday. But in the detail, there were some impressive aspects. Firstly, the jobs growth for September was dramatically raised higher, and August was raised higher as well. And secondly, pay levels rose more than expected, now up 2.8% year on year. That's the fastest rate of growth since June 2009. This report shows an American economy in a healthy state, despite the political campaign screeching. And this data won't dissuade the Fed from a second hike in December. Staying in the US, their trade deficit for both goods and services fell 10% in September, as exports rose and imports fell. Within that, their goods deficit fell and their services surplus rose. Global air passenger traffic grew strongly in September, up 7% compared with the same month in 2015. This was the strongest year-on-year increase in 7 months. Capacity climbed 6.6% and load factors edged up 0.3 of a percentage point. This comes on top of strong air freight traffic growth. In Australia, fund manager BlackRock says Australian federal government could lose its S&P AAA credit rating in December if they make yet another pushback on when it expects to return to surplus. Australia is a serial underachiever on that score, they say. The Aussie mid-year economic and fiscal outlook will be released sometime in December. In India, which said a few months ago that it will bring in a GST, they have announced the rates at which it will apply. It is choosing to apply 4 rates, which range from 5% to 28%, with most items set at 12 or 18%. But by having a multiple series of rates, it is just creating a huge incentive to manipulate and avoid. On the positive side, this scheme will eliminate all indirect state taxes. And in New York, one of the world's largest banks, the Agricultural Bank of China, has agreed to pay $300 million as a penalty to settle an investigation by New York's banking regulator that the lender violated anti-money laundering laws. The regulator said the bank management had silenced and severely curtailed the independence of a whistleblower who attempted to conduct an internal investigation of suspicious activities involving counterfeit documents with Chinese and Russian parties. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year yield will start the week lower at 1.78%. Here, however, wholesale swap rates will start higher. The US benchmark oil price is down again today, now just on $44 a barrel, while the Brent benchmark is just above $45.60 a barrel. The gold price is lower too, now just under $1,297 an ounce. The New Zealand dollar will start the week pretty much where it was on Friday at 73.3 US cents. On the cross rates is now at 95.5 Aussie cents, and against the euro at 65.8 euro cents. The TWI is at 76.8. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.